boys, Nick here and Wesley.
Hello, meow.
As well as Amy, of course.
Hi.
And welcome back to our Flash episode review. Our thoughts on tonight's episode of The Flash, titled "Luck Be a Lady." Oh, all right, bud.
That was harder than I thought it was going to be. Sorry, Wes.
And
He's ready.
I know. This wasn't a bad episode. Oh, bye.
Okay.
Bye,
He's
Wes.
shy.
Well.
That's his thoughts.
Yeah. Do you want to be in the video, buddy? I'll take that as. Oh, well, get over here.
Sorry, Wesley's being
Very
very
talky
talkative.
tonight.
What's up? Sorry. You can
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So tonight it was an okay episode, and not that it was bad. It's another filler, which again, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. We did get to see a little more of the Thinker.
You see me roll my eyes?
And first of all, I don't mind them using a non-speedster villain or even the Thinker. But first of all,
You were excited, first of all, that they're doing a non-speedster.
I was super excited. But first of all, like, look, my problem is, look-wise, he looks cheap. He looks weird. I don't know why they're going with the look that they are. He's trying to be different, but like to me, he just looks like a cheap knockoff of Brainiac.
And his name's the Thinker.
I know, and like what was like last line that Amy like predicted, because it was just like, I'm gonna be smarter. Like she predicted a couple of things in this episode.
Cecile's pregnant. Shocker.
Yeah.
I knew she was.
There's some things that we'll get to in a moment, but just the whole Thinker thing. I just wish that it was a storyline that they were slowly building up to, like at least like with like Arrow so far and past shows. Like they're teasing the villain, but not having it be like he's going to be featured in every episode. You're going to see him at the end of every episode, because that's where I think like Arrow's
There's no surprise to this.
Exactly, like with Arrow season 4. Like, well, first of all, they teased the villain like 3/4 of the way through season 3, so you already knew. And then he like shows up, and it's just like there's no real like layers to him because he's just there. Like there's no mystery, there's no build up, and she's just there. That's how I feel about the Thinker. And it's like we don't know. I understand like it's still early on in the season. There's still like a lot more to go because it's a 23 episode season. But it's just I wish they spent more time like developing who he is and building up like the mystery of the Thinker and what's going on. Like, if they could cut out all of the Thinker stuff, I think the story would be a little more interesting because you don't know who's pulling the strings right now.
Yeah.
But we do, and that's kind of my problem with where the Flash is right now, currently story-wise. Again, I don't hate it. I know a lot of people have jumped ships in season 3 because a lot of people didn't like season 3. I'm still on the team of like season 3 was okay. It had a lot of problems, but
I just show up.
Yes, yeah. And I thank you for showing up.
I live here.
Well, I mean, like watch it. But yeah, but other than that, I mean, I enjoyed tonight's episode. And we'll kind of go right into there's a couple things to talk about. One,
Wally
leaving,
which I also predicted.
because
He doesn't do much anymore.
honestly, and it sucks because I like Keenan Lonsdale. I'm not sure if it's like a contractual thing because this is very reminiscent of when they wrote off Roy Harper in Arrow. It's similar character circumstances, but I feel worse for Wally because he's like, did literally any of you notice when I left? And they're all like,
I didn't.
I mean, unfortunately, I didn't either. I mean, I feel like the actor does a good job, but I think a lot of comic book fans.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, I think he's fine, but a lot of comic book fans have hated him from the get-go because in the comics, he's a white ginger guy.
God forbid they have a non-white character, because there
It's-
aren't enough of those.
I know, and I think some people get so mad. It's like, it's so hard for Hollywood to cast a ginger. I'm like,
I think it's gingers are more represented.
then yeah. And so I think a lot of people just went in, first of all, just being racist. But secondly, I just feel like I wish that Wally was just utilized more. Like, he had some more to a focus in season 2.
He had so much potential.
Yeah, like, Nothing is a bad character. Just the writers, I feel like, just honestly didn't know what to do with him.
Storylines.
Like it took him like a season to become Kid Flash, like whatever, and then he finally becomes Kid Flash, and then he's like literally like sidelined throughout almost the entire season. And he's never good enough.
It's always like, oh, he's not fast enough, so Barry's gonna come in and fix it for him.
Mm-hmm. Like he's always making mistakes.
Jesse Quick's not here, so we're not gonna show that, which makes sense. But she's gonna dump him through freaking what was it, breakup grave?
The breakup cube. Stupid.
Mainly probably because she couldn't come.
Yeah, well, I mean, when they had the actress there through the video, but they probably were like, hey, can you just send a Skype video?
That was old video. I was thinking about it. They showed her for 0.2 seconds. They could have easily edited stuff and used it.
I mean,
it was all fuzzy and weird.
But also, they could have done like a Skype.
Her to come? No.
They could have just done like a Skype video.
No.
No. But yeah, I just, it's like I don't know why they wrote off Wally, how long it's gonna last or whatever. I mean, I did mention to Amy as we were watching it. I know they're developing that new Titan series through Greg Berlanti and some other producers. And that's going to be through DC's upcoming streaming service, which they still haven't announced what the name of or when it's dropping, because that's where the new season of Young Justice is going to be. So I'm wondering if maybe they're writing him off to potentially be one of the characters in that show so they can have more of a shared universe. But
it's pretty early to do, though, if they haven't even started filming.
Well, they're just rounding up the main cast for the show right now. Like, I think they just casted like one of like the last characters. Like they've casted like the guy playing older Robin, aka Nightwing, Raven, Starfire, Beast Boy. Okay. I'm just saying, like, for anyone like familiar.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm just really close to forgetting my thought. In fact, I think I might have forgot. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say I don't think we're gonna see Wally again until the crossover, because the wedding, and then I think we probably won't really see him
much the rest of the season.
Yeah, maybe the finale, but I think he'll come up for the wedding.
Yeah. And I mean, I hope he's in the crossover, because I feel like last year he was barely in the crossover, and then because he had just gotten his speed and gotten used to his speed, and then they kind of sidelined him during the crossover, which was already kind of annoying. Because I have the same issue with like how they've sidelined Kyler Lee and Supergirl with them. That's the several crossovers that they've had between the Flash and Supergirl and the Flash or Supergirl and the other shows. But it's nice to see that like at least she'll have somewhat of a role, because I've seen a lot of set photos and videos of like her being like involved with the crossover. So
maybe it's gonna be their non-wedding and Barry.
Oh god, I know.
Maybe they're gonna supposed to be get married and it's not gonna work out, so they're gonna take the wedding date.
But they're in different worlds, though.
Well, somebody's gonna come to somebody's world. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Who's on Earth?
Well, okay, on the main Earth, it's it's the Flash, Arrow, and Legend of Tomorrow on the one. Supergirl is on a separate Earth because when they were doing it on CBS, they weren't sure if they were going to cross it over initially or not.
Oh my! What's it called?
Earth 38.
You could move on.
Okay. But yeah, and then like the villain of this episode, if you want to even call her a villain, she was okay.
I thought she was interesting.
I mean, she was kind of funny, but I mean, at the same time, like
Cherry Pop.
Cherry Pop. Come on, Cherry Pop.
Please never do that again.
No, it just like the whole Cherry Pop thing that got a little annoying towards the end. Again, she was okay, just run of the mill villain of the week, freak of the week kind of thing.
Your lips look really red right now.
Alright. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, there really wasn't much to this episode. I mean, I did find it kind of funny, but also kind of disturbing. The whole like where they were trying to get married right after a funeral thing, and Iris is like, removing the photo and like turning it around. I'm like, okay, that's a little disrespectful.
The family, she's like, I love your choice of coffin.
I know. Like people, like someone literally just died. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to this episode. I mean, I liked seeing HR come back. I enjoy his banter with Cisco, and it seems as if like HR is kind of gonna be the Harrison Wells of this season, which I kind of hope they just stick with him, because I don't want there to be another new Harrison Wells, because I didn't like HR really last season. So like when he died, I didn't really care.
He was so annoying.
Yeah.
This guy's fine.
Yeah, like he's okay. I mean, I had no problem.
I like the actor because he was JD's brother on Scrubs. Mm-hmm. So I'm already like, I
know of him.
I would like him being in the show. I just didn't like Harrison Wells.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I really like the actor because in season 1 he was the villain who was like pretending to be Harrison Wells physically, but he was really like another character who was like the reverse Flash, and the actor does an amazing job. I just feel like last season they were just trying something different with a character that ultimately I think didn't really work. But I mean, that's why I'm glad to see like HR back, because like now that we've gone through what's hair. No, I keep saying HR. His name is Harry. HR was the one who died. Sorry, there's so many of these freaking characters. You guys know who I meant. Just saying Harry back because I really didn't care for HR. I know. But yeah, and then I didn't like how they just like wrote it all, kind of like resolved the whole Jesse Quick thing like off screen.
Yeah, well, she obviously wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine like unless the actress is like doing a show I'm unaware of, I can't imagine it's that hard to get her back.
Maybe she didn't want her, or they didn't want her.
I don't know. I mean, I like Jesse Quick, so that's why for me it's just like they could have. It would be nice just to see her in an episode, you know. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, there's not much else to really talk about in this episode.
Solid. Cecile's pregnant.
Again, which is
saw it coming.
Yeah, the whole Cecile's pregnant thing I think is a little weird. Just because, like, I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Like,
yeah, they're gonna do exactly what the point is. They're gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're so old," and make it this big thing. And I'm sure they actually probably will have the baby because it'll be a thing.
Yeah, I mean, the actress who plays it.
I wish if there was gonna be a surprise pregnancy. I would rather it was Iris, but.
Yeah, especially like in the comics, like they have kids who end up being like speedster twins, and they're called like the tornado twins and stuff. And then yeah, I do think it's a little premature for them to have like kids.
That's why it would be a surprise.
That's true. I just think the whole Cecile thing is a little weird. It's just an interesting storyline just to see how it plays out. But
they're engaged, right?
No. Are they? I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember what happened between the two of them last season. I forgot that Cecile even knew that Barry was the Flash.
Yeah,
she has to keep reminding me.
3 weeks in a row.
Like literally every week I ask her like, how does she know? And she's literally telling me like
the story of what happened.
I know, and I watched like
it was a big thing.
Yeah.
She said, "I love you." He broke up with her then, and Barry said, "Go tell her." So then he told her, and then they got back together, and he said he loved her. The end.
Oh yeah. Well, I remember. And I have video proof, so if I'm ever curious, I just look back at this video. Or I'll just ask Amy again.
Probably be the only ones considering we've been rambling the entire video.
I know. So I think with that being said, that's probably going to be it from us. I mean, this is the filler episode. It sets up some interesting stuff. I'm wondering what they're going to do with the whole Cecile pregnancy storyline. What they're going to do now that Wally's gone. I mean, I don't know if they really care because in the episode they didn't even notice. And as an audience, we didn't really notice.
Sorry, Wally.
I know. Sorry, Kenan Lonsdale. I know you're a great actor, but sorry. I'm not even watching this video. But yeah, that's probably going to be it from us. If you guys like what you see here, go ahead and hit subscribe below. You guys can check out our latest review of This Is Us that we just did a little earlier tonight. You guys can check that out, as well as any of the other previous reviews that we've done between Supergirl, Flash, and obviously This Is Us. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, have a good one.